Yo, what's good YouTube? My name is Yandere Gogeta, and today we're going to do a Persona tier list, but not just any Persona tier list. I've done a lot of Persona tier lists by this point, but there's one that I've neglected and I don't know why. The music. I've done discussions about music in all of my videos, well, not all of my videos, but a lot of my videos, but I've never gone through all the soundtracks and rated them from my favorite to the best, because I was going to say worst to best, but there's really not a worst to me. They're all pretty damn good. But yeah, I've never actually done a tier list for this, so today we're going to remedy that. Now, for full transparency, this video is not scripted because a lot of my videos have been scripted because I want to be professional, but honestly, I've just felt like, you know, I don't feel like writing a script for this video, so I'm just going to go in, give you my raw, honest thoughts on every single soundtrack, and that's just going to be that. I got some notes pulled up on my monitor right here, but other than that, we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. So if you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get into it. So at the bottom of this tier list, it's the two Persona mobile games I played. Persona 3, I'm already messing up. I should have wrote the script, I guess. Persona 3, Aigis the First Mission, and Persona 1, The Anomalous Tower. Now, for obvious reasons, these are technically the worst soundtracks in the series because each of them, I think, have 4 songs. Aigis the First Mission might have 6, but I know for a fact, Persona 1, The Anomalous Tower has 4 songs. And you hear 2 of the songs for the majority of the game. There's one final boss theme, there's one for a battle theme, dungeon theme, restroom theme. Those are the 4 songs, and I don't know why I'm starting to do this instead of this, but hey, whatever. Yeah, those are the only songs in the game, and I think Persona 1 The Anomalous Tower took me 22 hours to beat. I guess the first mission took me 5. And I'm not gonna lie, by the end of those playthroughs, you're just wishing it would be over because you're hearing the same songs over and over again. It's just mind-numbing. I just don't even really want to talk about it. But yeah, those are going to be the worst songs on the tier list, obviously. Now, this tier list, I got one game that I do not like the soundtrack in. Only one game. Persona 5 Dancing. Now, I've talked about Persona 5 Dancing in other videos. I don't remember what it was. It might have been the video where I was ranking all the Persona games. And in that video, I said Persona 5 Dancing was my least favorite when it comes to the music. It had my least favorite remixes of the 3 dancing games, Persona 3, 4, and 5 Dancing. The reason I don't like it is because, for one, it feels super rushed because it came out before Royal, so there's no Royal songs. And then the remixes are just like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, the only way I know how to describe it is that it's bad and it sounds like something I would hear playing on the radio free playlist at the gym, or not radio free, but royalty free playlist at the gym. It was something I would never turn on in a million years on my own. They make the songs worse. It's just, the only good songs in Persona 5 Dancing are not even the opening. I don't even like the opening. The ending song, One Nightbreak, is fire. That song is the only song I really like, besides the songs that they kept the exact same. The remixes are bad, and I just don't ever want to listen to them again. So yeah, that's the only bad one in the game, or in the series more like. So after the only game I don't like is the decent tier. These are songs that I do actually enjoy a lot, but I probably wouldn't listen to it over the games that come in the next tier. So starting off this tier is Episode Aigis. Now, Episode Aigis is a little bit weird because it has super high highs, right? Like, the highs are up here, but the lows are all the way down here. Up here would be Don't, the battle theme. This song is fire. I don't care what nobody says. I love the lyrics. I love the composition. I love the pacing of it. And honestly, hot take, I might like Don't a little more than It's Going Down Now. I know, hands in the air, you can put me in jail if you want to. I actually think that song is absolute fire. But then down here is like the 331 remix. That remix is horrible. They have like the Splatoon sound font and it just does not work. Now, thankfully, you only hear it like once in the whole DLC, but it's just like, because 331 in Fest was fire. And then I hear that when I boot up the DLC and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? Like, I was so confused, bro. I was in a call because I was streaming it to my homies, right, when the DLC came out. I was in a call and I was like, dude, I hope they don't mess up 331. And they messed up 331. I'm sorry. If you like it, that's cool. I hate it. And then after that, you have the Darkness remix. That was the final boss theme. I won't play that for spoilers, but I don't like that remix either. But then on the other hand, I love the Interstice of Time remix. So that's kind of the thing with Reload in general. A lot of the remixes are hit or miss for me, but the original songs are always good. So that's why episode Aigis is lower, because it's the best example of that, where I really like some of the remixes, but I really, really hate some of the remixes too. So not bad. I definitely do think episode Aigis has a good OST, just not my favorite. So after episode Aigis, this one actually hurts to put this low, because this is my favorite spinoff, Persona 4 Arena and Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, because they have very similar OSTs. They're basically the same thing. The thing with Persona 4 Arena is that the songs made for the story mode are like basically non-existent. They are just the most mediocre, like, filler songs ever. I can't even tell you what they are. And then the character themes, honestly, I'm not that big on the character themes either. Like, whenever I'm playing Persona 4 Arena with the homies or whatever I'm doing, I'm always either turning the music off or I'm picking a song from the main games, because Persona 4 Arena has a very good feature where if you play, or not play, but you can pick the songs from any of the games. So it has Persona 4 songs, Persona 3 songs, and it has some Persona Q songs as well. So it has a good soundtrack selection, but the original songs made for Persona 4 Arena just aren't that good. Like, there's some good character themes, like Junpei's theme is fucking amazing. Margaret's theme might be one of the best themes in the series. But then after that, they start blending in with each other. Narukami's theme is just a remix of Reach Out to the Truth. Then you've got stuff like Minazuki's theme that isn't that memorable. Yukari's theme. They're not bad. It's just like, when you have so many good songs in a series, you're not really fiending to go listen to Persona 4 Arenas. That's why it's so low. But I love playing this game. It's a fire game. It's just, I wish the music was a little bit better. But the openings are fire. Openings and ending songs are good, but that's kind of just the case for every Persona game. So yeah, can't give it too much credit there. So yeah, I love Persona 4 Arena. I just wish I had better music. So coming up next is Persona 3 Dancing. Now, there isn't too much to say that I didn't kind of say with Persona 5 Dancing, but I will say Persona 3 Dancing's remixes shit on Persona 5 Dancing's any day of the week, because I can say right now, Persona 3 Dancing has stuff like the Time remix that is super fire. I absolutely love the Time remix. Honestly, any song that had Fuka dancing on it, and I'm not saying this, I know, I'm a Fuka fan. I get it, but I'm not just saying that because I'm a Fuka fan. It's somehow Fuka, with her songs and the songs she dances to, I mean, they ended up just being the best ones. So yeah, it's just middle of the pack when it comes to the remixes, and there's really not much more to say than that. And since we're already talking about the dancing games, we might as well finish up that trilogy and go into Persona 4 Dancing, which is actually going to kick off our really good tier. So like I said before, Persona 4 Dancing I think has the best music in the Persona Dancing trilogy. There's Baby Go For It Feel the Vibe, which I love that song. Every time I boot up that game and I get to that main menu, I'm just like, baby go for it, feel the vibe. Okay, I'll probably look like an actual fucking idiot, but I love that song. Then Now I Know, the remix by Yu Miyake, I think that's how you pronounce his name. That remix is one of my favorite songs in all of Persona 4. Then you've got stuff like the Heaven remix, the Best Friends remix that Kanji dances to, the Backside of the TV remix with Lotus Juice. That shit is gas, bro. That shit is fire. There's really not a song that I think is bad in that game besides the DLC. Obviously there's Shadow World DD Mouse remix. I know that song is shit out the ass, but other than that, the songs are actually pretty good. The remix with, what is it called, Breakout of remix that Marie dances to, the Fog remix that Adachi has. There's a lot of good remixes in this game, and then unlike the other games, the main story music is actually really good. It's something I would throw on while I'm trying to like study or something like that. So Persona 4 Dancing, really good soundtrack actually. I think it's pretty underrated, and it deserves to start off the really good tier. Now, this might sound controversial at the beginning, but Persona 4 Golden is really good. Now, remember, Persona 4 Golden, just the soundtrack itself that were added into Golden, not the base Persona 4 music. These are separate things. The music added in Persona 4 Golden, while very good, it's not really as good as the songs in the base game itself. Persona 4 base 2008, you know, the PS2 version, has my favorite songs in the series. Small spoiler alert. But yeah, those songs are some of the best songs in the series. And the songs added in Golden, like A Sky Full of Stars, the battle theme, Time to Make History, I'm pretty sure that's the one that was added. Or yeah, I think so, right? Was it Reach Out to the Truth or Time to Make History? I don't even remember, man. But either way, like, the songs that were added were fire. I don't know, not much more to say. They're fine, they're really good, but yeah, that's about it. Now, on the other hand, Persona 3 Portable has a lot of songs that you could argue to be up higher, like on this tier list. The reason I'm not putting it much higher is because it doesn't add that many songs. I think the soundtrack in total is like 12 songs, which is something you'll notice as a recurring pattern. The less songs that the soundtrack adds, it's probably going to be a little bit lower. But with that said, FemC, where most of the songs were added, she has some of the most goated songs in the series. She has Sun, Time, Danger Zone was added in Portable if you want to count that to her, Tender Feelings. There's so many songs like that were added. Soul Phrase as well, the opening is so good. All the songs that were added are very, very good. So you could definitely argue this to be higher, because honestly, whenever I'm going and listening to Persona 3 soundtracks, I'm usually going to Portable because I really like the aesthetic of Time and Sun and stuff like that, where it has these super upbeat tones to them with the melancholic lyrics, which obviously all of the Persona 3 songs do that. There's, you know, Makoto's theme with Moons Reaching Out to the Stars. They're all good, but for some reason I'm more inclined to listen to FemC songs. I guess I just like the way they're composed more. So again, you could definitely argue this to be higher. It's still really good no matter how you slice it. I just put it a little bit lower on this tier list because there's so many songs in the main games that it's kind of hard to put them together. And just like the previous two games, Persona 3 FES is coming after Portable. Now, I put Persona 3 FES above Portable because I actually don't know why I put it above Portable, because I think Portable probably has better songs added. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and retroactively fix that. But FES, I still love FES's soundtrack a lot. So all the songs added for the answer section of the story are pretty good. The 331 version I like is in this version of the game. There's the Interstice of Time. I love that's the Abyss of Time theme. Desert Doors, Persona, which that's literally what the name is called. I think Maya's theme is also here too. The Maya's theme version that was added in this version of the game is very good as well. And Darkness, the final boss theme of the answer, might be my favorite boss theme in Persona. I don't think it's my favorite boss theme in any game, period, but it's pretty up there because it has this grungy ass composition that I love. It's super like choppy. It's super like, it just hits. It's like when it hits, bro, that section like a minute and a half in, when the beat drops, it's like boom, 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 boom. I'm not a musician, so I can't fucking replicate it very well, but it's just, it's super, it's like a heartbeat. It's just like banging down your damn eardrums. I love it. You know, I love the aesthetic of Persona 3 like originals music. So Persona 3 FES carries that on. Just again, it doesn't have as many songs as the main games themselves, so it's kind of unfair to put them together. I guess I could have put like Persona 3 and Persona 3 FES together, but I don't know, I just wanted to rate them on their own merit, I guess. So you can rate it however you want to in the comment section down below, because I would love to hear what you all think about your own tier list. So yeah, that's just how I wanted to rate it. Persona 3 FES, very good soundtrack, just can't be much higher because it's like 15 songs. Now this is one I think is pretty controversial because I hear very mixed things about this OST, but I think Persona 1 PSP is actually pretty decent. Now, I don't think it's like the best soundtrack ever or anything, but it does have bangers in it. Is it as good as the PS1 version? No, I would not say it is. But is it good? Yes. To say this game has a straight bad soundtrack would be, I'm not gonna say it's disingenuous, but I don't agree. The main reason people don't really like Persona 1 PSP's soundtrack is because it sounds a lot like Persona 4's soundtrack. The reason for this is that Persona 4 came out 2008, this game came out 2009. It was directed by Shoji Meguro, and I guess he just took a lot of the aesthetic of Persona 4's soundtrack and kind of applied it to Persona 1, which admittedly it doesn't work as well as it did with the PS1 OST, because the PS1 OST, which we will get to a little bit later, it's a lot more atmospheric. It has this more grungy sound to it, but you know, as you know, with Persona 4, that soundtrack is a lot more upbeat, kind of vibey. I hate to keep describing things as vibey, but I don't know how else to describe it. But yeah, it just doesn't really fit with the aesthetic and what Persona 1 is going for very well. But even with that in mind, School Days is fire, the Seebeck dungeon theme is fire, the Pandora boss fight theme is fire. There's a lot of good songs in this game, so even though it's not the best soundtrack for Persona 1 itself, I think the soundtrack on its own merit is very good. I would go back and listen to a lot of the songs, especially the dungeon themes. Some of the dungeon themes, I would definitely choose Persona 1 PSP over Persona 1 on PS1. Not all of them, just some of them. This placement will probably be the most controversial of the video, but Persona 3 Reload is still really good. It's not that high for me, but it's still really good. Now, the reason for that is, again, I think some of the remixes are very hit or miss. So again, Color Your Night and It's Going Down Now, the original songs for this game, are fucking amazing. I think Color Your Night is one of the best songs in the series. I think It's Going Down Now is also one of the best songs in the series. Oh my god, I love It's Going Down Now so much, dude. Whenever it gets to that part where it's like, some things may break me, but always get back up. It's like, you got the hi-hats going crazy, the drums going crazy in the background, Azumi's going crazy with the vocals, the build-up is so good, it's just like, oh, yeah. It's so good, bro. I love it. Color Your Night is just such an aesthetically pleasing song. I love it so much. I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. It's so fire. Color Your Night is gas. It's Going Down Now is gas. But when it comes to the remixed songs, I just don't think Azumi fits those songs as well. And Reload kind of does this thing where it steps away from the more grungy aesthetic that Persona 3 original soundtrack was going for, which I'm not gonna say that's like objectively a bad thing, because some people prefer the Reload remixes, so it's not like they're bad. But for me, I just prefer the direction of the original songs more. So that's why it's like kind of middle of the pack on this tier list for me, because the highs are the highest highs, but the lows aren't the lowest lows, but they're just low, you know what I mean? So many good songs, so many songs that I don't really like. It's just kind of whatever. But I will say, I'm talking bad about the remixes. There are good remixes in this game. The Burn My Dread Final Battle remix it's like unbelievable how good that song is. I adore that remix. Lotus Juice was going crazy with the vocals. The lyrics were amazing. The build up to the final attack that I'm not going to spoil is just so good. It's just so good. So yeah, some of the remixes are good, some of the remixes aren't good, so that's why it's just gonna be pretty high on the really good tier. Now this next game I got some personal beef with. Persona 5 The Phantom X. I still have my feelings that I said in that video. I do not care how many dislikes that video got. I stand by that, but the one thing I gave this game credit for, and I will give it credit for the rest of my life to the end of time, as long as they keep the fire music coming, is the music. The music in this game is so good. We have the Blooming Villain remixes that are all over the place. Those are all good. Last Strike, which is used for the Subway Slammer theme. The second Palace boss that I'm not going to spoil because most people probably haven't gotten to it. That theme is fire. The dungeon themes are pretty good. Wake Up Your Hero, which is one of the battle themes. Wonder Light, which was sung by Chord. There's a lot of good music in this game. And that's why I tell people to try out the game if they want to try it. The music is one of the main reasons you would want to play this game. Super fire music. The only thing I would give this game negativity on with the music is that it reuses music a lot. Now, I don't just mean P5X's music, I mean Persona 5 Base's music. Anytime you're in the overworld, you hear Beneath the Mask and Tokyo Daylight over and over and over again, which isn't really gonna go into the discussion for this video, but it's just so annoying hearing the same songs over and over again. But I'm kind of starting to yap on a little bit. But the music in this game is good. If you haven't heard it, go on YouTube or something like that, look it up. Very good music, and it deserves to wrap up the really good tier. So this next tier is called the Certified Bangers tier. Now, depending on your definition, every song in the entire Persona franchise could probably go in this tier, but this is ones that I just felt like were a bit of a step up from the really good tier. And starting off this tier is Persona 5 Tactica. It's kind of sad because most people haven't played Tactica, and I don't blame them because it was coming out around the same time as Reload. It was like the 5th Persona 5 spinoff, but this is actually my second favorite, or hell, maybe even my favorite spinoff in the entire Persona series. It's not just because of the story, it's not just because of whatever, but you can guess what I'm going to talk about. It's because of the music. The music in this game is amazing. The battle themes, very good. Dungeon themes, some of my favorite dungeon themes in the series. Hideout themes were so good. It's just so like, it's not grungy in the same aesthetic as Persona 3, but it has this real Revolution-esque style to it, more so than even Persona 5 itself, which is more based around, you know, that jazzy acid jazz type of aesthetic. This one has a really interesting soundtrack to it because it has lo-fi stuff. Like the Beneath the Mask remix is a lo-fi kind of not drum and bass, because that's more like Tekken-ish type stuff, but it just has these like chill vibe music, and then you go to certain themes and it's like, holy shit, this is intense, but it works. It goes from one track to the other in a very interesting way that I feel like works very well. It has 4 discs of songs, and I like all of them. The only song I actually didn't like, ironically, was the opening. I don't actually like the opening song of this game very much. But other than that, really good. I know a lot of people probably haven't heard a lot of the music in this game. I really recommend checking this game out, and if not that, just check out the music. It's so good. Now this next game, I'm not gonna lie, I actually have no idea how many people have or haven't played it, but Persona Q2 has a lot of good music. Now the reason I say I'm not sure how many people played it or not is because this came out like it came out like 1 year after Persona 5 came out in the West, and it was on the 3DS, and it was like the last 3DS game ever made. I think it was maybe actually the last 3DS game released on cartridge. So that makes it interesting in that regard. But if you like Persona 5's music, you're gonna like Persona Q2's music. The only thing that's kind of different that is notable to talk about would be the Persona 3 and Persona 4 themes. The game still keeps that Persona 5 aesthetic because this game is mainly a Persona 5 based game, but the way they bring the Persona 3 and 4 aesthetic to this game is actually pretty good. Like Pull the Trigger, which is FemC's theme, one of my favorite themes in the series. Remember We've Got Your Back, that song is great for the Persona 4 battle theme. And Invitation to Freedom, I'm pretty sure that's the Persona 5 battle theme. Really good. So I'm kind of just going in a, circle at this point because I'm just saying, oh, this song's good, this song's good, this OST's fire, this OST's fire, but that's just how it is. Like Persona OSTs are really good. It kind of just comes down to preference at the end of the day. So yeah, Q2, very good OST, not much more to say. Now this next OST is definitely the most unique OST in all of Persona because Persona 1 PS1, really there's no other game in the series that has music like this. It's super atmospheric, super eerie, scary, grungy. There's nothing else like it. There's no perfect way to describe this OST because it's really just that unique, but I think the battle theme where you awaken to your persona for the first time really shows why this OST is so good. So I'm just gonna let that play for a second and just let it speak for itself. Well, that's what I was planning to do until YouTube decided to copyright claim the video because I used the damn song, even though it's not from the thing they said it was from. So whatever. Thank YouTube for not letting me show you what the song is. Just great. So yeah, you can probably see what I mean. And like I said, I think it speaks for itself. Super atmospheric, really unique, very good OST. Persona 1 PS1, very underrated OST. Now, from this point onward, this is where the tier list got really hard because for the final tier, I wanted that to be my absolute favorites, but everything from this point on could be in the argument to be my favorite. So it's really hard to list this in order. I could just put them all in absolute favorites, but I want those absolute favorites to be special. So coming after Persona 1 PS1 is Persona 5 Strikers. It hurts to put this so low, but I just didn't know where to put it, man. It's so good. I just don't know what to do at this point. So I'm someone who likes that kind of rock, metalcore, metal aesthetic of music. I listen to everything, but those like metalcore and underground rap are my favorite genres of music. Now, obviously, we're not going to be seeing underground rap in Persona anytime soon, so rock and kind of metal is the closest we're going to get. And Persona 5 Strikers definitely fulfills that role. It is so good. The guitars just start blaring. It makes me just want to kick some damn ass, which works super well with the gameplay style. That Dynasty Warriors type style works super well. The remixes for this game are fire, the original songs for this game are fire, and this game also has a soundtrack selection that you can choose to buy. Now, obviously, we're not factoring that into the equation of this discussion. It's just something to consider. This game has so many options for music. The original music is just so good, because when it's not going for that, metal, battle theme type aesthetic, the music is still fire. Like, you've got Tower of Life, the Demiurge theme, which that is kind of metal. What's the theme I'm thinking of? It's the one near the end. Scratch that. Just all the dungeon themes are good. The ones where you're just roaming around the dungeons are fire. The way it transitions into the battle themes are fire. Dude, even the overworld themes are fire, actually. The Osaka theme is good as hell. The credits theme is good. Opening is good. I mean, shit, dude. Like, this game just don't have any misses. That's why this has put me in a rock and a hard place, because I want to put this higher. Like, maybe I will end up putting this in my absolute favorites. It's just hard to decide, man. I don't know, because I'm sure when I get to like the next song or the next game, I'll be like, oh, this has got to be an absolute favorites too. It's just, it's hard, guys. It's hard to choose, but Persona 5 Strikers, fucking kick-ass soundtrack. I love it, man. I absolutely love this soundtrack. Yep, I'm already in that dilemma again, because I just remembered what I'm gonna put after that. Persona 3 Original. Like, how the fuck do I choose between Persona 5 Strikers, Persona 3 Original, Persona 1 PS1? How do I choose between all these? Like, it's impossible, guys. It's, oh my goodness, whatever. So I did already sing the praises of Persona 3 Original with Persona 3 Fest, so I guess I should have put them together because I don't want to be redundant, but yeah, a lot of the stuff I love about this soundtrack is that grunginess to it, that aesthetic that like the early to mid to late-ish 2000s, just generally that 2000s vibe. You just don't really see that aesthetic in music, like not just video games, but just in general. You don't really hear that 2000s pop, 2000s rock, 2000s video game aesthetic. You really just don't hear that anymore, which makes this a very unique soundtrack. Again, the thing I like about this soundtrack the most is that grunginess to it. You've got the melancholy lyrics with the upbeat tone. Then you've got certain songs that are just super like hard, like banging on your eardrums because of the grunginess. It's just super aesthetically pleasing to me, and there's no other Persona that has music like this, so very unique, and yeah, I love this game's music. Who would have guessed? Okay, I don't want this video to be like literally a million years long, so I'm gonna combine the next three into one. So the next three are the Persona 2 duology. Now, Persona 2 Innocent Sin, PS1 and PSP, and Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, PS1. You might notice Persona 2 Eternal Punishment PSP is not listed here yet. Well, that's because it's going to be in the next tier. Spoiler alert, but whatever. These songs are just like Persona 1 PS1, where it's super atmospheric. Now, it does have uniqueness to it in its own right, but if you've heard Persona 1 PS1's OST at all, then it has a similar vibe to it. It's a little more, maybe even more grungy in some ways. I do like these OSTs more, obviously, that's why it's higher, but I don't want to be too redundant, so I'm not going to say too much about it. They're just very good. If you liked Persona 1's OST, you're going to like these OSTs too. So we are now at the absolute favorites tier, and unfortunately this next one I can't talk too much about because I'm going to get copyright claimed if I play the music. Persona 5 Royal. Again, Persona 5 Royal and Persona 5 Base are separate. Now you might be wondering, why did I put Persona 5 Royal so high if Persona 4 Golden and all that was so much lower? That's because the music in Royal is absolutely goated. You've got No More What Ifs, Gentle Madman, both versions, the Mementos theme, Takeover. I don't care what nobody says, Takeover is fire. All the music added in this version of the game are amazing, and it's some of my favorite music in the game. Even smaller stuff like Kichi Joji, which is a reference to like Megaten, that is super gas. I love every single song in this version of the game, and I love it a lot. So that's why it's so high on the list, despite being a re-release with barely any songs on it. Persona Q, this fucking music is insane. Like, I don't even, admittedly, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I don't even like Persona Q that much. I was playing through it. I was gonna make a video on it. I'm not sure if I'm going to, because I just don't really want to finish that game, but the music was the only reason I was trying to lock in on it. You've got FOE, Maze of Life, all these goated songs, like the dungeon themes. I think Mysterious School, the one that's called when you're like about to go into the school, it's so good, and I wish I liked this game more than I did. It's something like, I'm not really that invested in the story, and I'm not invested in the combat. Those are the two things, and those are like the most important things for a damn game. But the music, I would play the music of this game any day of the week. Like, if you gave me a choice between Persona Q and most other games in the series, I'm probably going to choose Persona Q. The reason I like it so much is it has a perfect blend between these upbeat, like, tone musics, these kind of melancholic songs. The remixes are fired, like the Joy in the Labyrinth, that song's fire. There's a lot of goated songs. There's Memories of the School, or Memories of the City even. Those remixes are so good. It's such a diverse soundtrack, but it always does it well. You've got Friends as well, which is like one of the final boss themes. It's just such a unique soundtrack that it's so diverse, but it works so well for every instance that the songs play in. So one of the best OSTs I've ever heard for a game, period. It definitely deserves to be at top 3. Well, I was planning on having it at top 3, but I forgot. Persona 2 Eternal Punishment PSP is actually my number 3 spot. This one might be the most controversial pick of the entire video, because I know a lot of old Sona fans, they do not like the PSP versions of these songs at all. I remember before I even played Persona 2, I remember I got comments, people were like, I really recommend, Jan, you played Persona 2 with the original soundtrack. The PSP remixes are not as good. And I was like, okay, I get that. I'll check out both OSTs. So I played Persona 2 PSP with the original soundtracks, and then afterward, I went and listened to the original soundtracks on my own time. And honestly, I was like, okay, Persona 2 Eternal Punishment PS1, the map theme is better, some of the dungeon themes are better for sure, no doubt about it. A lot more atmosphere to them, a lot more unique compositions. But then there's certain songs, like some dungeon themes and some of the battle themes that were added, like the Tatsuya scenario themes, Kiss of Death, I think that song is called. Then there's the additional boss battle, additional battle. Those songs are gas. And then there's Nichiren Maru. That dungeon theme is so much better in this version of the game to me. There's Katatsu Mari, I think the theme's called. There's so many good themes in the PSP version. So I was really wondering, like, man, I wonder why people don't like it as much. I think the OST is gas. It's one of my favorite soundtracks in the series, honestly, and especially the credits theme. Oh my god, the credits theme of both is so good. And the opening too, bro. The opening song is gas in the PSP version. So I don't care what nobody says. This is top 3 for me for sure. I'm not budging on that. The next game is self-explanatory. Persona 5. Now, I don't really think I even need to say much about this, because I think everybody on planet Earth knows why this game is so high. The acid jazz is amazing, and honestly, I truly think the music is one of the parts that carried this game to its success. It is used, in no joke, almost every single video I watch on gaming YouTube. I watch a lot of Street Fighter 6 videos because I'm trying to go like really competitive in that game. Dude, Brian F uses those songs all the time. Nephew Dork uses those songs all the time. Then besides Street Fighter, I'm watching like gaming essays. There's always some song from this game in those OSTs. It's one of the most iconic OSTs in gaming history. Before Persona 3 Reload came out, the most streamed song of Persona in the Persona series was Last Surprise. So I don't know, man. Like, I don't even need to say much more. Like, Beneath the Mask is one of the most iconic songs. Last Surprise was a huge meme. Rivers in the Desert, Sunset Bridge, The Whims of Fate, Days When Mother Was There. Like, do I even need to go further? This soundtrack is self-explanatory. It's top 2 for damn sure. So if y'all have been watching my channel for any amount of time, and if you haven't, welcome to the channel. I really appreciate you watching this far. You would know what my favorite game when it comes to the music is, because I actually made a whole video highlighting this. Persona 4 PlayStation 2. This is my favorite soundtrack. I'm not sure if I would say it's my favorite soundtrack in all of gaming, but at the very least, it's top 2. There's only a few things I think would rival it. Devil May Cry 3, which by the way, we have a DMC video coming out soon. Look out for that. And Metal Gear Solid 2. Those are probably the games that I would say rival this game for me. But if I had to choose, it would probably go to Persona 4. So honestly, in large part why this is my favorite Persona game, it actually is the music. It has the catchiest songs and it has my favorite vibe to them. You've got Your Affection, I'll Face Myself, Heaven, Signs of Love, Pursuing My True Self. I don't even know what else there is. Like, there's even the dungeon themes are good. Long Way, which is one of the dungeon themes as well. There's just no end to how good the songs are. It's so upbeat. Then when you get to the end of the game, you start getting those more like dreadful songs. Like, I forget what the song is called. It's the one that plays when the fog comes in. That song is tense. That song actually is one of the only songs in Persona that has given me like goosebumps. Whenever I'm walking around Inaba, I'm like, holy fuck, dude, like what is gonna happen here? Even though I already know what's gonna happen because I've played the game like 10 times, I'm still like, shit guys, I don't know what's about to happen. It's just so good in every way. Honestly, I'm such a big fan of Persona 4's OST to where I think it's probably the OST I've listened to the most out of any game ever. And even songs that some people really don't like the Genesis, I love that song. I love the progression of it. And yes, it is very overly long, I know. But that song, I still like it. I'll listen to it from time to time. So there's really, I have nothing bad to say about this OST. I love it in every way. I would listen to every song on my own time, and I do that all the time. So this is definitely my favorite OST in Persona, and probably my favorite OST in gaming history. So that is the entire tier list completed. What did you all think? Was it good? Was it bad? Am I an idiot that should never be able to listen to music ever again? Am I based? Do you agree? Feel free to drop comments down below. I would actually love to see tier lists of what your own tier list would look like. So if you feel like doing so, I would actually really appreciate if you would drop a comment with your own tier list of the soundtracks. Now, I don't expect everyone to have listened to or played all the games like this, but just the ones you've played, I would love to hear it, man. I would absolutely love to hear it because I read most of the comments, even the hate ones I get, I read all of them. So feel free to drop a comment, and if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like and a sub. I definitely got some more content coming soon. I've been on a bit of a hiatus because of work and stuff like that, but I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. Just stay patient with me. But yeah, this has been your boy Yuyoyuppe. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hold up, I gotta give you your cookie. I almost forgot. Here you go, homie. I know we got the camera on this time, but I gotta give you that cookie, baby. But yeah, that's going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed, please comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out, everybody, and have a great day.